Okay, sir.
And we are live. This was our second take, don't worry about it. Episode 4. Guys, how we doing?
Yeah, good. I'm actually good, yeah.
I'm excellent, thanks.
Yourself, Josh, how are you?
Sick of the podcast. Oh, I did it again. Pundits, More people are sick of this podcast, but it's fine. It's fine. We're still here. Episode 4. Luiz, take it away. We ain't start this again.
Welcome to Sick of the Podcast.
Oh, God.
Episode 4. Football is back. The Premiership is back. We will be discussing the phantom goal, the goal that should have been awarded to Sheffield United. Guys, we want to get your views on City Arsenal. Like, what do you make of David Luiz? What did you make of Kevin De Bruyne? Timo Werner has officially signed for Chelsea. We'll be discussing their potential next season. In other news, Paul Pogba was the conversation topic for Gary Neville and Jamie Carragher. Does he make a combined Liverpool and Manchester United starting 11? We'll get the guys' views from that later on. We ran a poll early in the week regarding Pogba Coutinho. Would you welcome him back with open arms? We got a resounding yes on that. That will be discussed later on. And then we look forward to the weekend football, the Merseyside derby, Liverpool v Everton. Other games include Spurs, Manchester United. We will have Josh's wild takes, and then we will have a final take of a pundit's quote that Alex will be giving us. So guys, football is back. Just grab my notes quickly. Football's back. No more cleaning the house. No more fixing shelves. No more going for walks. No more keeping fit. No more healthy lifestyle. We can sit ourselves in front of the sofa, watch the football, do our takeaways, and drink our beer. How are you guys feeling about the football?
I still want to go on walks. There's nothing wrong with a walk. Jesus.
Obviously, just to disclaim, you can still maintain your healthy lifestyle. Arsenal City yesterday. What did you guys make of it? Obviously, a howler from David Luiz, allowing City to pretty much take control of that game. Kevin De Bruyne on top form. Did we learn anything from the games yesterday, do you think, Alex?
No, not really. I mean, what's the stat? Arsenal haven't beaten a top 6 team in like 25 games or something stupid like that. That's shocking. I mean, Kevin De Bruyne always scores against Arsenal anyway, so that was inevitable. It's just stupid that I didn't have any money on it. What was a surprise though, Gabriel Jesus started over Aguero. A lot of fantasy football captains are fuming about that one. Yeah. But, you know, same old Arsenal, spineless. Actually, to be fair, you know, they did start off all right, but then, you know, David Luiz being David Luiz. So, yeah, what can you do? Josh, what do you think about that game? How did it go for you?
I just felt that Arsenal are just maybe 10 years behind from being a top team again. I honestly feel that. I think they need to get new owners. They just need a culture shock because they got rid of Arsene Wenger, and ever since then it's been downhill. Like Wenger out, and honestly, they might have stagnated under Wenger, but their stagnation was still top 4 or thereabouts, top 4. Now they're like what, 9th, and they should be a little bit lower in my opinion. I think Arsenal are shocking. I really do. They got no. If Aubameyang leaves, Arsenal are done. Arsenal are done. Who's gonna? The best thing that's going for Arsenal right now are the red West Ham.
I'm loving this period for Arsenal as well, man. I just watching them be so mid-table. It's great. It's great to see.
When we were in secondary school, St. Greg's, all the time. Even Arsenal then were on a bit of a decline from then. Like, we're talking about 2005. We're talking about 2005 was the last time Arsenal were really like a top team. Patrick Vieira, Thierry Henry, all that stuff. 2005. They've not really progressed since then.
No, it's hard to progress on a team like that. But
yeah, but they're shocking, man.
It's just great. It's great. Yeah, it's great watching Arsenal right now, man.
And then Man City. My take on Man City. is that it's great seeing Man City back again, but the way people were bloviating about Man City, I was just like,
bloviating. What's a bloviating?
when you're like a blowfish and you're like, Man City. I'm like, okay, let me check the table, because obviously Liverpool don't exist anymore. We're in a world where Liverpool don't exist, and Man City are clearly the best team in the world. So then I looked at the table. I was like, all right, cool. They're on like, what is it, 60 odd points, 60 points, I think. And then I looked at Liverpool. Oh, wait, we're on 82 points. The way these people were going on about it, I was just like, huh? I don't know, man.
Yeah. No. Well, we are 22 points clear. Oh, look at their bench, though. That bench is dirty.
And that's what makes our team even better.
Foden, Silva, Sane didn't even come on. Yeah, but 22 points clear.
Yeah,
so,
exactly.
So basically, you guys enjoyed the games yesterday.
Oh, it was great. Yeah, it was great.
The other big talking point was in the earlier game where Oliver Norwood's free kick was caught by Villa's keeper. I'm not going to try and pronounce his name. He's managed to carry it. He's managed to carry it behind the goal line. Chris Wilder, Sheffield United manager, said, "I think the goalkeeper was in the Holt end when he caught it."
I love Chris Wilder.
Hawkeye have since apologised for the incident and acknowledged that it did go behind the line. Just small consolation for Sheffield United, who are chasing a Champions League spot. We tweeted about this yesterday after seeing the incident. The technology, it's fair to say, I think is still fairly quite new. They've officiated over 9,000 games with no errors. Is it just an unfortunate mistake? Is there any consolation we can offer to the football public out there, Alex? What do you think?
Nah, nothing. You can't excuse that. You don't need Hawkeye technology to see the goals over the line. The ball was over the line. I mean, even without Hawkeye, we still have VAR. So it's video assistant refereeing. They've seen it. So why have they not then intervened? Obviously, it's a clear and obvious error. So I don't know why it's a goal. Why it wasn't given. It's so obvious. It's ridiculous. But hey ho.
Josh, do you are you of the opinion that the ref should have given the goal? It would have been checked by VAR, and then none of this would have happened.
100%. I don't generally agree with Danny Mills because I think he talks a lot of nonsense. But he was on Sky Sports earlier and today, and he was saying how the same thing happened with Leeds versus Aston Villa, and the Leeds manager made sure that Leeds let Aston Villa score a goal. I think that was the right thing to do. I know Aston Villa are in a struggling position right now, but if we're talking about fairness, that was clearly a goal, and the referee knew at half time it was a goal. So he should have done something about it, because at the end of the day, football should be a fair sport. I don't mind little mistakes here or there, like an offside here or there, but
you wouldn't let them score a goal. What do you mean?
No, but the ball went across the line.
But that's not the player's fault. That's the referee's fault. So why
what do you mean it's not the player's fault?
It's not the player's fault. The players don't make the decision. Like, why would they have to give up the goal? If I was playing on that Villa team, I'm not gonna give Leeds a goal. Or sorry, that's Sheffield United a goal. You crazy?
They should have.
It's referees. If it's referee's fault, man. No
the
way.
Referee should have blowed it up. Then it should have been like
100%.
Well, it was clearly a goal, so let them score a goal.
Nah, man.
Hopefully we won't see any more of those errors, and I guess
Mate,
if the situation happen again.
I've seen a beach ball hit off the ball, and then that goal was allowed. So I don't know how the ball going in the back of the net and that guy not being allowed. Do you remember that Pepe Reina goal against Sunderland, the beach ball?
Yeah. Do you know what's more harsh?
If
if Sheffield United don't make top 4 by like 2 points, that's gonna be harsh on them, because essentially
100%.
This is a win taken away from them. So yeah, let's hope it doesn't happen again. Obviously, terrible decision.
Definitely. In other news, today it was confirmed that Timo Werner has officially signed for Chelsea. He did not come to Liverpool, much to our disappointment. Are Chelsea a potential threat with their strike force of Pulisic, Hudson-Odoi, Tammy Abraham, Willian, Pedro, Ziyech, and now Werner? Behind them, they obviously have Mason Mount and Ross Barkley. Or are they almost too top-heavy? Is that too much?
Too much firepower.
Too much firepower. Too much up front, Josh.
I think Frank Lampard is not a good manager, or not a top manager, so I'm not worried. I'm not worried. I'm worried. I'm not worried. I'm being so honest. Chelsea fans, come at me. I'm being so honest. I just don't think he's a top manager. He's not proven. He didn't even do anything with Derby. Didn't do anything with Derby. And I look at the Chelsea team, and yeah, he's done well for the Chelsea team. But I'll be honest with you, a lot of people said this whole Premier League has been a bit average. There's not been a lot of top teams, and therefore Chelsea have just gone through the ways. But Chelsea were really caught at one point, and then they hit a wall, and they seem to be able to teeter because because you got Manchester United, Arsenal, Tottenham not doing anything. So I look at Chelsea's team. I'm not. Bro, they've not even qualified yet for top four. So Timo Werner could be playing Europa football next season. Why would I be worried about that? Like, brother, we are 22 points clear of Man City.
It's not about us. What's wrong with you?
Do you know? I don't care. Arguably the best team in Premier League history with 22 points clear of. So
Yeah.
I ain't worried.
But this Chelsea team isn't.
Alex, are Chelsea cutting the deficit next season? Do you think being top and themselves that it currently is?
Yes, 100% they are. This Lampard's first season, right? Sorry, this whole season is so long. It is, and he hasn't been able to sign anyone, right? Up until now because of the ban. So it's like this team essentially, he hasn't been able to improve it in the way he wants. This isn't his team, question. So to speak. So him adding these two players would mean that he's obviously making the team better, making it more his own. And the players that he's brought in, the two players, whew, I love Hakan Ziyech and Timo Werner as well. So of course they're going to be better, man. How can you not say they're going to be better next season? I don't see how.
But I think it comes down to the fact that the gap is so big, and I don't think people understand how big this gap is. Man City and Liverpool are taking the Premier League where the Premier League has never been before. Like there's a few seasons ago, when our points that we have now would have won the Premier League, like in Fergie's era. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but then there's no guarantee we're going to have this season again. Like a similar one.
But people say that though, but there was no guarantee. People said that last season. Liverpool is not going to be as good as they were last season. I think the introduction of Pep into the Premier League has shifted people's performance, where you could only probably lose about 3 games, and if you lose 3 games, you're probably not going to win the Premier League. That's how crazy it is now. That's what Pep has done, and there's only 2 managers who have shown that they can sustain that level, and that is Pep and Klopp.
Yeah, so but to say Lampard isn't a top manager now is kind of harsh on him, because he's only been here 1 season. He hasn't been able to bring in the players he wants. To get to where we are now,
Klopp's done nothing in the game.
No, but to get where we are now, Klopp's taken us on like a 4-year journey essentially. I mean, Lampard's been given this opportunity. Obviously, he hasn't done anything, like you said. He's not proven himself. But he hasn't proven himself wrong either. They're still in the top 4 now. Could still get Champions League. If they do make Champions League and they bring in 2 good additions, then it's like, I guess they're really going to get better.
But for me, he's done as much as Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has done. So,
are we agreed that Chelsea will make Champions League this season and then most definitely will qualify next season for Champions League?
I'm not sure. I don't know. I look at Tottenham. I think Tottenham will have a late surge. This is the first time Mourinho's got all his players fit. I think, and Mourinho is a proven manager. Mourinho's done it before, done everything before. The most winningest manager of the last 10 years or something like that. He's done it before. He can do it. I reckon Tottenham are going to be dangerous. And I think Man United are more of a threat than Chelsea are. I'm not worried about Chelsea.
But I'm talking next season. But yeah.
Fair enough. So those are the views on Chelsea. I guess we'll see whether who was right and who was wrong at the end of the season. Go on, Josh.
I'm probably a little bit hurt about Timo Werner not signing for Liverpool, to be honest.
Let's move on quickly before one of us ends up in tears. Paul Pogba was in the Sky Sports article earlier this week. Topic of conversation: a combined Liverpool, Manchester United 11. Gary Neville was telling Jamie Carragher, "You can't not have Paul Pogba in this midfield." His reasoning, the talent of individual players versus the individual players that are in their positions. You guys have got the 11 in front of you. Just for the viewers out there, the fans, it's the back 5 of Liverpool. So our back 4, including Alisson. Midfield, he's gone for Henderson, Pogba, and Bruno Fernandes. And then up front, Mane, Rashford, and Salah, which is a very useful team indeed. I think for you, question for you guys. Obviously, we ran a poll on this. Paul Pogba make a combined LFC and Man United starting 11 in your opinions, Josh?
100%. 100%. I look at our team. And if you're talking about replacing him with either Jordan Henderson or Gini Wijnaldum, I would do it, because I think the reason why we've not seen the best Paul Pogba is because Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is not a good manager. And the players that
he's a good manager for you.
Well. No. I put him at the same level as Frank Lampard, just bang average managers who are fortunate to be in the position that they're in. But I look at Pogba. I look at Pogba's performances at Juventus, where he had players that fit around him. Whereas I look at Manchester United, like, he has to play with Fred, who's come a long way, fair enough. Bruno Fernandes. I would like to see Paul Pogba now that Manchester United's midfield is sorted out, but he's had to play most of his time with Scott McTominay, and I don't know any other Manchester United midfielders because they're all very much so forgettable. So Pogba during his period at Manchester United, he's not been around top players. So I think in our Liverpool team, I think he'd be a beast in our team, to be honest.
Okay. Just to sort of play devil's advocate, I think I'm probably brainwashed by Graham Souness. I am an anti-Paul Pogba supporter, as it were. I think he is unmotivated. He doesn't want to be in English football. I acknowledge that there's probably a perception of him that isn't true. I acknowledge he is sort of, the talent is 100% there. If he is that good, the question for me is, why do Manchester United keep finishing 5th or 6th and aren't in Champions League outright? For me, he doesn't make that team.
Doesn't
Alex,
make the
any
team.
views? Yeah.
He has to make the team. He's the best player. He's one of the best players. Pogba's ability is like arguably top 5 in the Prem at the moment. He is that good. But I don't know. These combined 11s are always so dumb to me, because United's system doesn't suit Liverpool's system. So if you're talking about the hustle and bustle midfield 3 workhorses, would you really put Pogba in there? If you maybe had 2 holding behind him, and then him as a 10 doing whatever he wants, then yeah, obviously Pogba would get in. Pogba would get in. But in a midfield 3, the one that Liverpool has, where the fullbacks obviously flank and then the midfield covers, it's tough to say. He could probably do it, but I would have Pogba in my team. Of course, he's a brilliant player. He's definitely a brilliant player. I agree.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
That was, like I said, one of our most popular polls throughout the week. Another very, very popular poll. Thanks again to everyone who did vote on Twitter. Please do continue following our tweets, and for any new followers out there, search Sick of the Pundits will come up. We appreciate all the tweets, feedback and discussion. We'll avoid any tactical talk. So we fussed how Philip Coutinho would start if you be a starter, if you'd be on the bench. Josh, would you welcome Coutinho back with open arms to the Liverpool team if he were available?
I would sing a Brazilian song to him. I would tie his shoelaces as he walks on the pitch. Coutinho brought some great moments for us. Like, he's the X factor to our midfield. And when Klopp, even if you saw the first couple of games with Coutinho, Firmino, Salah, and Mane, it was crazy. I think there was a stat shows that they scored a goal every 24 minutes. One of them scored a goal every 24 minutes. That is how good they were. So I would love to see that in full effect. Everyone's saying Coutinho is probably not the same player. I disagree with that. I think Coutinho in our team, Klopp would play him perfectly. He'd make sure he fits our system. And I actually brings us back to the Paul Pogba thing as well. Like, I know we have those workhorses in midfield, but Coutinho played a role in that midfield. He wasn't one of the workhorses. He was the X factor. And I think Klopp would use the same thing for Pogba as well, just to bring it back to the previous conversation. So I would love Coutinho back, to be honest.
Alex,
Especially if you can't sign
presume
anyone.
you'd sure. Alex, I presume you'd want him back as well. Is there an argument to possibly make an example of him and not see him, possibly as a warning to others who may want to leave the club and who do sort of use the club for leverage and who then go on to realise that the grass isn't always as green on the other side?
I mean, we used the fact that he didn't want to leave as leverage too, in a sense, because look at the fee that we got for him. And with that money, we were able to get Alisson and VVD. So I don't even begrudge him leaving because he always said he wanted to go to Barca anyway. It's just the way he done it was, it was terrible, faking injury and whatnot, and then not wanting to play or train. Yeah, it was terrible. Some would say it's unforgivable. But if I'm looking at our team at the moment, it could definitely do with a player like Philippe Coutinho. If he adds his goals and assists into our midfield, if that is where he's going to play, then yeah, 100% you'd welcome in. But it's tough because, in a sense, Klopp's he's a big man manager. So if he feels that he's lost the trust of one of his players, that's normally when he ships them on. He's quite harsh in that sense. So, I mean, I would love to take Coutinho back. He's 28 years old. He's going to be in the prime of his life. People are going to doubt his ability now because naturally he hasn't been that good over the last few years. But he's been playing in systems that don't kind of suit him. So, yeah, man, I'd love to take him back. But I can understand why some people wouldn't want him around. But I'm not one of them people.
Brilliant. Thanks for that, guys. I guess it's a watch this space situation when it comes to Philippe Coutinho.
Also, one more thing. There was that Liverpool video that they put up, innit? The conspiracy theory we were talking about. They put up
yes,
a goals and assists video on YouTube, but the front picture was Coutinho. And this is straight after the Coutinho rumor. So it's like, oh, is he covered? Is he covered?
We know things in second of pundits.
You immediately put Coutinho on the back of the Ajax shirt, right?
Yeah, of course. It's already there.
Right. Thanks for that, guys. Wild takes. Josh, what do you have for us this week?
Wild takes. No. Wild takes. No. Where's my guitar?
You know, I'm gonna let that one side because I want to be serious in this one's wild takes, even though the song is wild takes. That's the theme song, guys, as we all know. But I want to be serious in this one, so I'm gonna look dead in the camera with this one. Wild takes doesn't discriminate. So to the line today, we have a person called David Luiz. Or like my friend Lippy calls him, David Lewis from Harrow. And that's about right. That's about right. Because this guy is absolutely shocking of a defender. If he was a midfielder, defensive mid, I wouldn't have any problems with David Luiz. But this guy is a centre-back.
Why?
And he's a shocking centre-back. And he has been shocking ever since I seen him hit the teams at Chelsea. This man has stolen a wage from Chelsea on 2 occasions. So that's why I don't trust Chelsea when it comes to Timo Werner. This guy went to PSG and he went to Arsenal. And you know what the correlation of all those things are? He sucked every single time. David Luiz, the reason why you're on Wild Takes this week is because of your shocking performance. And even after your shocking performance, Mikel Arteta has decided that he would have still like to give you a contract.
I said Arteta.
I don't know how to pronounce his name. I'm not Spanish. My friends, David Luiz, you suck. Alex, your thoughts?
Oh man, he's not that bad. Oh, Joe. You know what? I kind of feel sorry for him. He is. I don't even know what to say with David Luiz. That guy, he's hilarious.
I think when it comes to David Luiz, I think as part of a back three, I feel he's fine in almost in that sweeper role. He can take chances. He can bring the ball out from defence, knowing he's got 2 guys behind him to cover. He's not that bad of a footballer. He can dribble it out, I feel.
He's not that bad. He's one of the better footballing centre-backs on the ball. His ability.
So put him in the midfield. Put him in the midfield. Yeah. He runs.
He'll just give the ball away anyway. No, he's not even that bad. Like when Chelsea bought him back the second time, wasn't he like in the team of the year as well?
Yeah,
It's
but
just he peaked.
Chelsea are drunk, man. Chelsea are drunk.
But they won the league that season when they bought him back, and they went to a back three.
That was
You
because
can't
of
say that
Conte.
he's. But what? Wait, what? He was in the team of the year, which obviously shows he's a decent footballer.
I don't care about facts.
No, but it's obviously in hindsight, you can look at it and be like, oh look, David Luiz, he's not what everyone expected. Well, actually, you're going to get two things. You're going to get a really good footballer from him, or he was really going to be really shit in it. So it's gone the other way. But you can say everything in hindsight, man. He's capable of being a really good footballer.
I think there was probably a reason why he was on the bench yesterday and not starting. Arteta's hand was forced, I guess, in that sense, with the two injuries within the first 20 minutes. So
You should have put Lacazette on as a centre back. His team was shocking as well. His team was so bad as well. I was like, what is this guy doing? Just give him points.
He didn't start Ozil. What was the reason? Do you don't know? How come he didn't start Ozil?
Tactical reasons, I think he said.
Was it tactical reasons? No way.
But then a journalist came out and said Ozil has never played well away from home, which I tend to agree. Well, I don't know, never, but
I love that guy. I love Mesut Ozil. The Showzil. Oh man, I love that guy. He's so underrated at Arsenal. He's underrated as a footballer
at Real Madrid. I think he was underrated at Real Madrid as well.
Right, guys, let's not deviate too much away from this wild take. However, I am going to deviate. This weekend, Liverpool versus Everton on the weekend. I can't wait. Sunday, 7:00. I'm about to iron my Liverpool shirt just in preparation. Alex, it's the Merseyside derby. In an enforced layoff, as the saying goes, form goes out the window in these big derby games. If Everton are to pose a threat, who is likely to lead the charge? Will Ancelotti have the master game plan? Can Calvert-Lewin become a thorn in Virgil van Dijk's side? Will the SIG pull something out of the hat? Will Theo Walcott be galloping down the wing past Andy Robertson? Speak to me. Why should we be fearful?
Or we shouldn't. Firstly, they're fucking dog shit.
We'll move on. We'll move on to
that. Calvert-Lewin up front. I don't think he's any good.
Just to expand.
He just seems like, your bang average English centre forward that does a lot of good hard work and good running. So everyone thinks he's really good, but he's not footballing wise. His IQ isn't there, and VVD, as good as he is, he's not going to get around him at all. Walcott, we know he's past it. All he was a speed merchant, and now he can't even do that anymore. So he's got no chance. Sig, I like Sig as a footballer, but he's petered off a little bit. So do they have a threat? The answer is no. Do I expect us to win? The answer is yes.
Fair enough. Nicely summed up. Josh, business as usual, 3 points, move on to the next game. Is it that simple?
Yeah, I've not been worried about Everton since I've been supporting Liverpool, which has been all my life. So I'm not scared. Everton, you're trash, and you'll always be trash. Yeah, that's my 2 cents on that.
Yeah, I've never, maybe because we're not from Liverpool, that we don't feel like the buzz
the rivalry.
With the game. Yeah, because I don't know any Everton fans personally. So I don't feel like it's a big game and whatnot. I look forward to like United, Arsenal, Chelsea, City now obviously a lot more than the Everton one, because the Everton one just seems like it's standard. We're going to get the 3 points. We're going to get the win. I mean, we played our kids against them in the FA Cup against their first team. We still managed to beat them. So it's like, who knows? I don't know.
Fair enough. Thanks for the views, guys. Points of view even. Just lastly, just to quickly mention probably Spurs United, Mourinho ramping up the mind games, Kane and Pogba back from long injuries. What are we thinking for that game? Draw would probably be on my betting slip. Don't know what you guys think on that.
Harry Kane starting? He's fit in it?
What? He's fit. He's back fit. Him and Pogba are back fit. So I think it could be a very good game.
Yeah. It'll be good to see Mourinho put out a full strength team. Like Josh was saying before, this is the first time he's had kind of his team, And this layoff may have actually done Tottenham good because it could give them that little extra oomph to maybe push for the top four, like you were saying. So it's going to be a good game. Not anything that's going to obviously affect us being where we are, 22 points clear and whatnot. But it'll be good to watch a mid-table team, a clash.
Yeah, I can't look past Spurs in this. I think Spurs are gonna make top four, top four or five. Because I still believe I'm on the Mourinho hype train. I still believe he's a top manager, and I think he's perfect for Spurs. He's what Spurs needs, I think, to take them to the next level.
Perfect. Okay, guys. So we look forward to this weekend's football. Just for the fans out there, obviously, do follow us on Twitter. We post daily polls. Follow us on Instagram. We are searchable on Sick of Pundits. Follow myself personally, Louis M2, Instagram and Twitter. Guys, do you want to give shout outs for your socials?
Yeah, no. just follow me on Sick of Pundit. That I'm usually on there. Sick of Pundit.
That's his official name now.
That's the name.
Yeah, Dookie92 Twitter, Dookie992 Instagram. I guess we'll end it with our bad pundit quote of the week. Here we go. I've got it here. Maybe. Theo Walcott once said, "I've been consistent in patches this season." Take that with what you will.
Is he a pundit?
He's done one or two jobs. I've seen him on Sky Sports.
You might as well be.
I've seen him on Sky Sports. He's done one or two.
I like it, Alex. It's definitely one of your best. Anyway, guys, guys, stay safe. To all the viewers, to all the fans out there, get following. Give us some criticism, some discussion, give us some opinion on our pod. We look forward to any feedback from everyone. And in the meantime, stay safe, everyone, and hopefully catch us next week for the next episode. Thanks, guys.
Take care.
See ya.